Okay, guys, this will not be story where I want put for video, but because of say people don't they ask me say waiting they happen, whether I they take side with Tinubu, now it make me want do this story. Una know say for a while now, since almost a week now, Gist Lover for Instagram has been on the neck of Baba Tinubu. Gist Lover gave a full story, full lowdown from the day where them born Tinubu. They give us set by set, stage by stage, episode by episode. Not be say I know they see the story. Oh. I they see the story, I just they ignore. I just feel say, make I leave the story long go. But because people come they tell me say, what to make me born, whether I they support Tinubu. And to be frank with you, I know if I know they support Tinubu one bit. If you check me out for Facebook, you go see say, hey, I'll be part of Tinubu nightmare because I don't understand how an old man like that was supposed to be rest with his grandchildren decide say one can drag us, put more into the problem, more problem where we did for Nigeria. More so, why I really invest for Tinubu and will never wish or want him to be the president of Nigeria now because of the NSAS issue. Remember, what happened for Lekki Toll Gate. Because of that, I will never support Tinubu. I feel manage Atiku, but Tinubu is a no, no, no. But my overall support goes to Uncle Obi. I am forever obedient and very useful to myself. Okay, now make I not talk too much. Make I start with the story because the story long and it may not end in one video. So I go do series, just as Gist Lover they do series. The story start like that, like this. He said the real story of the Nigeria Pablo Escobar. If you are a filmmaker or story writer, this might just serve as one story you don't want to miss. Everybody gets your chair, popcorn and juice. It's about to be a movie. Now the story be this. Once upon a time, a boy was born in March 29th, 1935. That was the year. In a small town called Irabiji, Osun State, to the family of Ogunlere. Ambitious, bright, but the parents were so poor. After giving birth to him, they left Iragbiji to Ibadan, where he had his primary school education while growing with a smart and brilliant boy in class. Okay, while growing was a smart and brilliant boy in class, but stubborn. On different occasions, his parents were summoned because it's either he is gang fighting his classmates or he's missing school. Long story short, bright boy finished his primary school, was to be enrolled to the junior secondary school. That was the last the parents heard of him. He made up his mind to go fend for himself in Lagos. Those days, Lagos Island women are the real deal. They are the real deal. So when he left Ibadan, headed straight to Lagos Island, there he met a woman who was then the woman leader of the Owolowo Action Group. A very rich and connected woman. Her name is Abibatu Mogaji. The woman interviewed him, seeing he is an item, piqued interest in him. The woman took him in and he was working as the woman's house help. He cleans the house and do little things in the house. Although the woman have house helps in the house, but she chose to just put her mother through some tests. Then the test began. She gave the boy a series of loyalty tests and he passed all without flinching. There and then, she vowed to adopt the boy, but does. Least I forget, apart from being a successful businesswoman, Abibatu Mogaji was also one top banner, you know what I mean? I don't know if you call her for YouTube. One top banner dealer back in the days. If you were born those days, you do know that banner barons were everywhere on the island. They still exist now, but because of the media, a lot of things are now coded. So seeing a mother as a smart boy was a plus for him. Senior brother to Abiba to Mogaji then just lost his daughter. The name of the daughter is Bola Tinubu. The girl was still ill for a little period of time, then passed on before before Akpai, the father of the girl, who is the famous Kafaru Tinubu, and the brother who is the famous Iyaloja, adopted mother of Tinubu. The father planned on her schooling in the USA. That's before the girl died. The father has planned to take her to school in the USA. The whole process was done and intact before the girl died. As at the time, Abiba Mogaji needed to test the capability of his newly recruited boy. So she talked to his brother, or she talked to her brother who was a top police officer then. That is their way. Her mother Ogulere can use the girl with by Bali to travel to the USA. The only challenge they had then was the gender issue. The late Bola Tinubu is a girl. The new person who wants to take over her visa and name is a boy. It was not easy to achieve, but with Abiba 2 connection and name back then, they later succeeded. That was how a proper hardened Ghana baron was born. Now they follow the story. The Ragbija boy's first operation went smoothly as he was super smart and daring those days. Now so a Ragbiji boy transition enter USA. Those days, traveling was not hard as it is now. No stress at all. So he was shuffling Lagos and USA and was working hand in hand with Abibat and some famous Ghana lords for Eko back then. Long story short, he met his first baby mama during his course, and that one gave birth to his first son, Jide Tinubu. Now, that one don't buy now. There were issues then, as Abibat Mogaji told her mother point blank that having a family or child is not safe for their kind of business. That was how her mother couldn't build his first home because of the deadly job they are into. Long story short, he got another lady pregnant, and that one gave birth to Folashade Tinubu Ojo, currently Ila Oloja. Gist dey Folashade too, but gist dey on Folashade too. But we will get there. The work was going on smoothly and well. Those days, being a baron baron was like being an hired killer. You need to be ruthless and be able to improvise. You need to be able to handle shakagbo in case there are issues and a life needs to be cut short so there won't be yawa. The work was going on smoothly and her mother was getting promotions. This story big past King of Boys. When I don't watch King of Boys for Netflix, this story is big past King of Boys. When I just relax, I will continue just as today. And they follow the story since, but I know just did one. But let me continue. Her mother was getting promotions. Then bam or boom. On one of his flights from Lagos to USA, he met a beautiful air hostess. Her name is Bhumi Oshonaike. I hope I pronounced that way. They exchanged contacts and their love story started. The rule was not to do what? The rule was not to do what? Not to fall in love, not to have a child, and not to have a family. It was, let me see. Okay. It was never their intention to have babies together because as at that time, Bonki Osho was boy servant too, mingling with the high and mighty because of her type of job. She meets people of class and opulence, so none of them wanted the pregnancy. They kept knocking till Bhumi got pregnant. It was such a hard blow on her mother as he didn't know how to tell his boss, stroke his adopted mother, so he suggested that Bhumi aborts the baby. Bhumi stood her ground that she won't abort any baby. They shall have the baby and name him Oluwalosheyi Eniyako. So the child of that day is now the famous Sheyi Tinubu. Not many knew Remi is not the mother of Sheyi Tinubu, as at the time of birthing Sheyi, Tinubu had made a high name for himself in Ghana industry. He started jobs himself. A lot of people he met in the industry were cleared back then. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You can't be a Ghana lord and attain a level without having multiple bloods on your neck. They can pass for hired buyer. Long story short, that was how Tinubu started running his own empire. Back then, after trying to leave all his former boss and start his own proper Ghana empire, he had issues in the US. He was almost busted. He had to run back to Nigeria for a while to lay low. And during those periods, he got a job with an oil and gas company as cover up, but still run his main business underneath. It was after he ran back to Nigeria that he met a beautiful lady called Bilikis Oluremi Odugbesa. This time around, her mother is not serving any boss again. So he has determined he was going to settle down with a woman since he is trying to lay low too. He should use the period to quickly marry a woman properly as he already has 3 kids out of wedlock. Remi's sister did the introduction and all things went well. Their marriage produced 3 girls: Zainab, Abisola Tinubu, Habibat Tinubu, and Olayinka Tinubu is the last girl. So after he got married to Remi and then can't get 3 girls, many do not know they have children together, and the rumor has been peddled about is that Remi didn't give birth to any child for her mother. Where is the cases of the kids and don't make them is the cases of the kids that don't make them flaunt them kids often. Yorubas will say a house built with saliva instead of blocks will in no time be brought down by the dewdrops. Such is the case of Tinubu, Zainab, a spoiled brat from the womb. It is not just Zainab. Check most politicians' children. You will understand better. Zainab started taking Ghana at an early age, and this damaged her a lot. Even after purchasing lots of properties with Ghana's money for the kids and made them stay all their life in the UK, they still didn't make her mother proud. Currently, Zainab is in Bronzefield prison in England. It happened that after taking her Ghana as usual that day, she went on the streets to assault a police officer in the UK and she was charged. The parents tried all they could just to make sure the matter was buried, but it didn't work. It was while in the prison they noticed that she had mental disorder and they had to transfer her to a mental home. As it is now, she shuffles both she shuffles both. Now, her mother needed to re-strategize because the police were already on his trail in the US. So he needed to find a way to establish his Ghana cartel in Nigeria without having any government issues. So he devised a means to find his way to the top in politics in such a way that even if he buy anybody in Nigeria and they find the instrument on him, It won't be questioned. That was how he ventured into politics, but he made sure his cartel was running well. He needed to hand over and face politics squarely. Plus, he spent a lot of money just to get key posts in a short while. And of course, his target was to recover even more while on seats. This was how he met a young man on the streets of Apapa who was a freight agent. His name is Okonkwo Emeka. Rings a bell? Emeka, money. Money. Emoney. Emoney, which is Emeka money, was living at Emodi Street, Olodi Apapa then. Her mother first met him on duty at Apapa then. He is one of those boys he tips those days. Being a man who is spiritually fortified and physically fortified, just like Obasanjo, who consults the oracle in his rooms, Baba Iyabo. So also is Tinubu. Before Mogaji, his boss, abducted Mother Akpai, she made sure she took him around the world for fortifications in such a way that no one can challenge him. So on seeing E-Money, he saw a young desperate boy who can be his tool. He started tipping him and making sure he is the one in charge of all his luggages before he finally brings him in. He made sure his cartel was well balanced and running before he goes after the power. He didn't just go after the power. His target is to have all 36 states under his palm. And that was how godfatherism started. Running your research on Ghana bust inside Nigeria, you will never see any major bust on coke. Unless it is weed, pills, or coal, or independent people caught at the airport, or independent Ghana cartel running on smaller scale in Nigeria. And Mother runs a very strong Ghana chain in Africa and Nigeria for ages now. Political money now like chicken change compared to Ghana money. And him being in politics was to cover his trade. Embezzle more money, have Nigeria in his palm, and gain more power and control. It was easy for him to keep everyone in chains because running a Ghana cartel gives you the means to know all the bad people you need. And that's exactly how you win elections in Nigeria. Hire people where they buy people, touts, street urchins, and all that. E-Money graduated from being an apprentice to becoming a mother's favorite. He is the one in charge of Amada's Ghana business and has always been untouchable from day one. All importation and exports goes through him. They know they search E-Money containers and it's always VIP clearance. You will hardly see Amada and E-Money together except on rare occasions. Now, NDLEA have a lot of questions to answer. How they were paid to make a popular Ghana Baron assistant as their anti-Ghana ambassador. Before E-Money come join the Brotherhood, he had a trusted guy that was in charge of his cartel then. The guy was from Isaleko. He was the guy who held down his empire before he met E-Money. Remember I said all those E-Money met didn't matter to Amada again, as he made Emeka, and that is E-Money, the head of his cartel. Long story short, he won the governorship seat in 1999. That was when the real Ghana Empire started. He made sure he used his power to secure Lagos State to his own advantage. He made most of his boys who are into Ghana business with him. He made most of them a king. That's why you see touts scattered all over the place, calling themselves kings. He gave some various appointments. One would think he is a good man for doing that, not knowing it is for his own advantage. In the sense that there is nowhere in Lagos in Lagos State that Amoda can't commit crime and go scot-free. It's just a call. He actually achieved it. The main Lagosians, Amoda made them beg for bread. Why bringing in foreigners to rule over them? Except for some strong places in Lagos, where the tradition is very strong and the kingship seats can't be bought or replaced. After making sure that Lagos is under his feet, he wanted more. He wanted the whole of Nigeria under his feet so he can run his business smoothly. So he can at least go after some of his seized properties in the US using the guise of a president. That was how he graduated from making his boys a king to giving them key posts in Nigeria. So at the end of the day, they all report the affairs of Nigeria to him. All along, since Emoney took over from the other Isaleko guys, division came into their midst. Long story short, the Isaleko guys were pushed into the third mainland Bridgewater, and his corpse was found the third day with a tire on his neck. The family wanted to cry to the public then, but was threatened, and the matter was hush, hush. Amoda made a plan. While on seat as a governor, he made sure all other governors that will rule Lagos State must be from him, so his business doesn't flop. So after getting Lagos, he felt he needed to go home and secure his hometown too. On getting home, things were not the same. The biological father. He lost his biological father a long time ago, so he joined his cousins and other people related to his mom. The cousin is the popular Boyega Ayetola of Osun State now. He convinced him why he needs to join politics and promised him he was going to give him backing. That was how Oyetola started his political life. Now back to Lagos. His time has ended as a governor. After ruling since 1999 to 2007, he needed to hand over Lagos to somebody, another lawyer boy. He chose Tayo Ayinde, the popular guy you all call chief of staff now, but Remi Tinubu declined bluntly. She refused. Her reasons is that during Amoda's time in the office, Amoda got one Chicago-based lady pregnant. The lady later gave birth and they named the boy Yinka. So aside Sheyi Tinubu, there is another Yinka Tinubu who is from Amoda's mistress. And according to what Remi heard, it was Tayo Ayinde that arranged the lady for Amoda that got Remi angry. And it was a big case then. And Remi vowed to expose all Amoda's secrets if he shows the boy to the world. Amoda had no choice than to pay the lady off and tell the lady to take the child back to the US. So this hindered chief of staff appointment as Lagos State governor. One way or the other, Amoda met Fashola. He liked him, and that was it. He gave him the post they were planning to give to Tayo Ayinde. Now Fashola remits to Amoda the proceedings from Lagos State and gives him feedback daily. He practically dictates what happens in Lagos even after he left. Now after adding the money he embezzled for that 8 years to his banner money, he was stinkingly rich. Dangote and Otedola combined got nothing on him. Why they don't rate him is because he doesn't declare all his assets. But I will help him declare some now. He buys properties in the name of people all over the world. His banner added daughter and the second daughter all have properties scattered all over the world in their name. But God is not a man. When a man sows, what a man sows, he will reap. Upon all the money and the houses is from mental home to prison, from prison back to mental home. After remitting for a while, then Fashola got tired. He told Amoda he was done remitting. For now, I saw gist love, I don't talk and reach you, but he said the story long. Say this one I just first course. This one I introduction. He said the story long, where. He said that will remember late Funshaw Williams, Guy Watts. He said a lot of stories there. So now stage by stage, He say evil wait till make I read it. He say the story is just starting. All these are just mere introduction. The main story is still coming. Who remember late Funshaw Williams? Who remember late Gawat, right? What side does Amoda have with those two people? How Emoney take enter the matter? The boys when Emoney brings in waiting come happen to them. How Amoda run his godfatherism? Why he chose Funshaw instead of chief of staff? Who be this? Who be this? What side does Prince Okoje, which of the Prince Okoje, have with Amoda? What side does Sheyi Tinubu and Sophia Momodu? Oh, Mercy Eke, Akosa Queen, Lara Shere, Abi, what be the name? Eniola Badmus, oh, more. A lot is still coming, no. I go give you an update as this lover bring update. This is called investigative journalism. I don't know why I know they call the other one Kemi no talk for this matter. My people, for now, make we pause. As this lover continue, me too, I will come read am for una as e be. I no go, I no know. Now as I see the story, now so I go give una the story. For now, make una have a lovely day and make una